As the results of the election still come in, many people say they were surprised by the results.
A lot of polls showed Joe Biden up in several states, but it's often coming down to just a few thousand votes. And joining us now to talk more about that is our poll expert, the director of the Marquette Law School Poll, Charles Franklin. Hi, Charles.
Hi, Charles. How you doing?
How you feeling on the day after?
Good afternoon. Yes, it was a late night.
Yes, it was. A lot of the national polls underperformed. Your polls, though, were pretty much within the margin of error, weren't they?
Pretty close. We had a 4 or a 5 point lead in our last 4 polls of the fall. At the moment, Biden's lead is just under a 1 point margin. So we're off by 4 points on that. If you look at our high turnout model from our last poll release, we had a 4 point margin, so we're off by 3. The upshot is we're off by 3 or 4. That's less than the 7 we were off by last time, and we have the right leading candidate this time, so that's good. But what was unusual this year is how many other pollsters were active in the state. And some were down in the 4 or 5 point range where we were, but there was also a cluster in the 9, 10, and 11 point range. And the discrepancy between those and ours, I think, is both important, and it set the notion here that the margin would be considerably bigger than the 5 points or 4 points that we had.
So what do you think went wrong with some of the polling?
Well, it's a little too early to tell is the honest answer. I think that one of the things we'll look for is, was there a special surge in Election Day turnout that we didn't catch? We had over 3.2 million votes cast yesterday. That's up from just a shade under 3 million 4 years ago. It sets a record for total turnout, though we have had a higher percentage turnout in the past. That's a remarkable rise in votes over just a 4-year period. But as close as the election is, you have to appreciate that that was energy on both sides and may have produced an extra turnout on Election Day that possibly the polling didn't catch. We'll be looking for that.
How do you think the candidates performed here, both candidates?
Well, I think they squeezed just about everything out of the electorate they could have possibly done in terms of turnout, in terms of the closeness of the election. There's perhaps a little bit of interest in the fact that 4 years ago, Donald Trump won the state by just over 20,000 votes, just a shade under 23. If this holds up, Biden wins by about 20,000 the other direction. Also, remember, this is now the 4th of the last 6 elections here to be decided by less than 1 percentage point, by less than 23,000 votes. 4 out of 6 is beginning to be a pattern, and I think it reflects the fact that in our polling, we have 45% Democrat and 45% Republican. We're a very evenly divided state.
And both parties are going to have to look at what happened here and make adjustments to try and widen that gap.
How do you appeal to voters that you're not winning over? Both sides are doing a terrific job of getting their voters out.
Absolutely. All right, Charles, get some rest.
Yeah.
I'll work on that. Thank you.
We'll talk to you very soon, Charles. Thanks so much.